Hi, Gemini. This is Just with your 2020 yearly tarot reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Gemini, um, we're doing something a little bit different. So, if you were here for last year's reading, then we're not doing the monthly, not going month by month, but we're actually going to focus on the quarters. So this particular reading we're looking at first is the first quarter, and that would be January, February, and March. I think we did that last time. I think I went month by month by month. I think maybe anyway, that's how we're doing it this year. Anyway, so let's get into your reading. And so you're leaving 2019 with stress, worry, anxiety over a fire sign. I have to tell you, we'll see if they continue the storyline with you guys throughout 2020. But fire signs are going to be major, particularly Leos, I think. Leos are going to be a major player in your life in 2020. And then we have Sagittarius or Aries. Fire sign seems to be very much the key players here. That being said, there was some stress, worry, and anxiety over someone in the past. Someone had it with you or you with someone. But this is someone who is very self-focused, someone who doesn't have a problem walking away and moving on to something else, bores easily, always has something going on, very dynamic, very charismatic, someone who starts out on things, is a bit of a leader, entrepreneur to some extent, and a bit of a go-getter, someone that is always up to something, always got something moving and shaking, that sort of thing. So you're coming out of that. Some of you may not have been able to kind of claim that in 2019. We did see in the latter part of 2019, there's been some struggles. I'm excited to see your second and third quarter. Hello, when North Node goes into your damn sign and see what's getting ready to pop for Geminis. But that being said, we're not there yet. First 3 months of the quarter, stress and a little bit of challenge getting truths, really telling your truth. Some of you may feel like it's hard to get people to be real with you, okay? To get a full understanding, or for people to even care. You may come into 2020, feeling like you're still on edge, you're still on guard when it comes to other people. And you also may feel like you're being attacked. Like you can't rest. You can't relax because you don't know when the next attack is going to come, or when the next confrontation, or where someone's coming from. Like you just can't kind of put your finger on what's getting ready to happen next in some area of your life. And so some of you may be on the attack. You may be playing offense or defense the first 3 months of 2020. You feel like you want to kind of move on, move away from something and kind of start over. Like you just want to rip a page out your book and just start new. There's been some disappointment, heartache, and pain when it comes to some everlasting love. It could be family situations, or feeling like your happiness to some extent has been tested. So you still feel those effects in 2020. And home life isn't the best. It isn't the greatest. You may have someone that comes in and out of your home that's just kind of not. If they're not in and out of your home, you're dealing with someone who may be very cavalier about home life with you. They may have changed drastically, and you may look like, I don't even know who the hell you are anymore. And there's a situation of not doing anything about it, not really being able to do anything about it. So you kind of sit and spin. Like I said, I want to see this North Node. But for now, you're sitting there spinning and you're not really doing anything about the situation. There may have been conflicts, issues, drama with this person. And this is someone that you may share. Obviously, you share home with. You may have been with them for quite some time. Children, marriage, that sort of thing. Or they could be family members, siblings. When I speak of love, guys, and if you are a complete single individual, but you have a lot of people in your life, I could be speaking about those people and not necessarily intimate love relationship. Keep that in mind. Career looks like it's moving kind of nicely. You're ready to make a new move, a leap of faith you're going to take sometime first quarter of 2020, and you have support. You have someone that is there to support you, that will help you along. If you've been trying to like move on, move up the ranks, and you have someone who kind of wants to keep you all to themselves, like, no, I want you to stay with me. No, they may be good at persuading you otherwise, or you may be good at persuading someone to not just jump out on the ledge and just go. You may have a great ability to mentally keep them where you want them to be. Okay. But for some of you, I feel like the confidence is developing to do and take on this new area of life and take a leap of faith, one that may require education, may require going back to school, certification, that sort of thing. And if that is the case, I do see you being all about it and moving forward. Some of you, again, the first quarter of this year, you're graduating. You may have met a long life friend in the school that you've gone to, where you've worked. Like you've met and you've cultivated some long life relationship with someone that maybe you have to kind of say, okay, we'll talk at some point, that sort of thing. But you've had a confidant, a teammate, a partner in this process that you're going through. And if you're looking for opportunities, which I'm not focusing on new job, a new career, unless it jumps out at me, because that's something that we will more approach as the weeklies progress. But I do see you being more focused on your bottom line when it comes to career matters and it comes to moving ahead. Home life, like I said, you're not feeling it, but you're not ready to pull the trigger just yet because you're not 100% on solid ground financially or where you want to be career wise. There may be a lot of variables when it comes to your home life. So there's some blockages in being able to make a solid decision when it comes in that direction. Otherwise, but that seems like it's going to progress because you're really wanting to move on, and it hinges on you being successful. And some of you may literally move from where you live, like move from state to state, move from country to country, move from, one place to the other, but you may really get this strong desire that you want to leave, you want to move, and things of foreign may be appealing to you now. And so that's that North Node card for you, baby. And you may find that wanting to travel, go abroad, going someplace that is completely, again, foreign to you. And if you're thinking about starting your own business, going out on faith, you may want to do it with another person. A Leo, could be Libra, maybe very much the catalyst for you to kind of start something. Some of you, that trifecta, you, a Libra, and a Leo, may be, a trifecta where the three of you come together and do some form of business. You're not planning to stay there because you're just someone who's always looking ahead, always looking past where you are now. So someone may be trying to keep you stuck in that thing, but I do see you progressing your life forward into a new career, new avenue, and it's all hinging on once this starts happening for me, now everything else, the domino effect, can take place. Love life, single Geminis. Well, you're out and about, you're mingling. You may have had to leave somebody in the past. Yes, it's been hard to get over this person, and you may not have felt like you've gotten complete closure or a full truth. Like you didn't get the real truth about this person, And some of you are now battle weary. Yeah, but battle weary or not, they're coming out of the woodwork, here, there, everywhere. And you're having a good time with your social life and your dating life, and you're going out with your friends, and there's a lot of people that you can choose from. There may be, however, one person that you really fancy, that you find appealing among others, and you really want this happily ever after. Especially after this heartache and pain and this separation, you really want a happily ever after. You still are holding on to that. That's something that you're really manifesting the beginning parts of 2020. You may not feel too comfortable bringing anyone back to your house, though. You may not want anyone to come back to your house. That's just kind of how I feel about it. But love is in the air. Absolutely. You can definitely meet someone who is foreign, who is at a distance. That's the whole thing. A lot of, so far, for every sign I've read for, it's a lot of overseas and distance and foreign, but that makes sense. If we're approaching North Node and Gemini rules communication, in your local area, in your everyday kind of like neighborhoods and stuff like that, you guys may find yourself communicating and linking up with people that you would never, like I would never talk to the people from a different race, from a different this, from a different that. But that now becomes appealing and even easier for you to connect and for you to kind of maintain, and it's mutual. So whatever this is, you and another person, it's mutual. The love, I'm not gonna say so much love, there's whatever that level of feeling you guys are on, right? Because Two of Cups to me is not just, oh, you're in love. It is just a mutual feeling. Okay. And it could be mundane. It can be the highest of highs. So whatever that level for you is, it's mutual. Okay. And this might be the person that you find yourself going on a trip, like international. You could do a lot of things with this person. And believe it or not, Gemini, if you find that the first 3 months of 2020, you've cultivated that. Like you have been wanting badly, desiring something about you've been doing mind and heart manifestation, like when you go to the gym and they say muscle memory, like you can't just pump the iron, but you got to feel it in your muscles, your mind, and your muscle has to connect, your mind muscle connection. Same thing here. So some of you guys have been manifesting this situation into your life, and this person came out of nowhere, and they are someone who is at a distance, but there's someone that gets in their car and comes. They don't have a goddamn problem coming to you. They don't have a problem getting to you however they need to get to you. Okay, get here if you can. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. That type of thing. So you have someone that's coming. They are there to console you. There's something broken in you as well, something that you're trying to kind of overcome, and they may have their own things of overcoming, but there's someone who doesn't allow it to bother them. Damn, y'all gonna be dealing with a Leo. Y'all gonna be dealing with Leo in 2020. Leos and Geminis is gonna be going through in 2020. So okay, so now let's look at this further. Now when it comes to you, the relationship, Geminis, someone's getting a little antsy. Someone may be feeling like their mate has a wandering eye, and someone is going to get caught. If there's any cheating, if there's any trying to step out, someone's going to get caught. Someone's going to get caught. I feel that some of you, we'll see as the quarters continue, but some of you are not really sure where your relationship stands with someone. And if you've been feeling like, well, this person isn't giving me attention, they're not giving me the time and attention, and I've been heartbroken and they've stepped out on me, and, I don't feel like, I can trust them, but they're still here and I do love them, but a part of me wants to leave. And, this whole thing about where we're going and our foundation is all raggedy, and, some of you may literally be stepping out. You may have, and and I don't feel like it's all just, you're going to wake up one day and like, I'm going to step out. This is something that's been progressing. This is something that either is already in the making in 2019 and you're dragging this into 2020, or it goes from a thought to an action. Okay. Because you guys are in manifestation mode. No, we do not have magician card, but as the cards come together and as the story that they're speaking to me is, you're manifesting, okay, good, bad, and indifferent. Now, some of you, if this is a situation where you're not manifesting any of that, you definitely feel like you and your mate is getting to a better place. And it could take going on a trip, going someplace, doing something out of the box to kind of reestablish the love that you have for one another. Because for some of you, it may be a huge disconnect in between the two of you in your relationship, and there's a lot of considering the past, a lot of looking at the past, thinking about the past, and looking at people from the past. So there may be a lot of past energy that is not really clear. It's slowly but surely coming out, and if you're not careful, the two of you will mimic each other's energy. It would be like tit for tat, when in fact, as we get out of March, going into the second quarter, your love abounds. It grows, actually. And you guys seem to be on a much better page, even though you may have started off a bit rocky and someone wanted to just up and bail because there's lies and there's a little bit deceit when it comes to emotional honesty here. There's an opportunity to forgive and move forward. Okay. But let's not ignore that Saturn energy in the midst of where you're going. And that is some type of restriction in this love. And there's going to be some things that may be resurfacing throughout 2020 that shows you guys that you have to kind of address some unspoken situations. Yeah, the love is there, Yes, the passion is there, but you can't live off of that alone. So there needs to be some other things that needs to be addressed. It looks like it could be home life foundation. Where do we go from here? And perhaps a wandering eye or unaddressed connections with past parties, which can be a little bit challenging. So now let's get into quarter two. To continue on with the video, click the link in the description box below.